So it was really early in the morning when I was doing a glam. I started with skin prep. Guys, it is winter. I think it's winter. It feels like winter. We are in May. I know winter hasn't started as yet, but it's just as cold as June, Sana. So I want to tell you guys, up your game when it comes to skin prep. Otherwise, the makeup is gonna crack. So you really want to hydrate and moisturize that skin as much as possible, regardless of what skin type the person has: oily skin, normal skin, any other skin type. If you're my student, you would know we have 5 different skin types that I teach in my class. You need to moisturize and hydrate a lot. So that's what I did on loose skin. She did have a little bit of breakouts. I think it's hormonal breakout, I'm not sure, but we went in with a lot of moisture because we didn't want those pimples to still show, or to show even in a more emphasized way after the makeup was done, because there is a chance when someone comes and they have like acne prone skin or breakouts, the pimples might even show more after the makeup if you haven't hydrated and moisturized really well. I went in with my foundation, and as usual, I matched the foundation to the rest of the body. I do not focus on the face alone. I do focus on the rest of the body because I like to give my clients uniform. So we went in with our foundation, blending it in using our Wink Beauty blender, which is one of my favorites because it's really soft and it's not going to suck in your products. Guys, be very careful on the type of beauty blenders you guys use, because the harder the beauty blender, the harder it is to even blend, the more it's going to suck in your product. I did go in and warm up the rest of her face and give her dimension, because I was about to just snatch my girl's face up. I went in with some concealer in specific areas because we want more focus in other areas. Also, we are imitating the natural human's face, so we are enhancers. We're not changing anything, we're just imitating what's already there. So that's the use of the concealer. If you're somebody who's been asking yourself, why do we use concealer? This is why. I feel like as a makeup artist or as a professional, even if you're a beginner, you need to educate yourself on why you do certain things. That way you understand them and you do them excellently. After applying my concealer, I then went in and blended it out with the same beauty blender. And by the way, I use one beauty blender from the beginning to the end, and it's more beneficial for me that way. I could choose to use different beauty blenders for different parts, but in this case, or in every case, whenever I'm working with my clients, I use one because it's more beneficial. This is known to my students. I did go in with some powder to set parts of her face, and I set her face with different types of powders for different reasons, because we want to achieve different looks. So on the concealer, we use a loose powder that is translucent, because that's the only way we can maintain that concealer shade. And please pay attention to the fact that I am still using the same beauty blender. And like I said in the beginning, it's so beneficial to me that way. And I'm still going in with my loose powder, making sure that I put that powder into the skin, because I really love my makeup to look like skin, to look luxurious. I want you to stand there and glow. Do you understand? So I'm going in with powder for the rest of the face, and I'm using this powder brush that I got from the Girls Corner, one of my favorite brushes. Look at how it just sits on the skin. I really love sharing products with you guys and plugging you guys, and I think it's a high time I post a video on the products that I highly recommend. I'm not sure when I'll do it. It's been a while. I think the last time I did that was last year, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I'm super excited that in Johannesburg, all the girlies are gonna be plugged with all the good products that I use in my glams. I can't wait, because it's now countdown. We are coming to Johannesburg on the 5th of June to the 7th. How amazing is that? And my girlies, I'm excited to see you guys. I cannot wait. We are now going in with warming up the face, and you can see in my hand I have the Fenty Beauty pressed powder, which is a foundation powder. Really good coverage, a really good texture as well. It claims to be waterproof. I have seen that it is, because it does an amazing job. I have had clients who have teared up and the makeup didn't move because of this powder, so I really love it. And I'm also using the Mirac contour palette to contour her face. You guys, look at that structure, look at that depth and dimension on her face. So beautiful. For the eyes, did I mention she did come in with an inspo picture? So I knew exactly what she wanted. She wanted a nude on her face with a neutral pink, and a red. And you know, when you hear neutral pink and red, you think, oh, jump scare. But in the inspo picture, it looked amazing. And so that's exactly what we did. I did make sure that I control the eyeshadow so that it doesn't become too pink. So I had to use like, I think 3 or 4 shades on the eyelid. So you will see me going in with my brush like right now, and obviously it doesn't show on camera, but I was actually mixing in the process because I really wanted to give her exactly what she showed me. I am such a huge fan of giving my clients what they want, and I always tell people that although I do have a niche, I do feel like I'm such a versatile makeup artist. You show me something, I try to do exactly what you want. It might not be 100% the same, but it's something similar, and I derive so much joy in that. Look at the eye look. And guys, if I show you guys the inspo picture, you guys will see that it was sort of exactly the same. I think the only difference was because obviously the other artists used different tools, a different hand, a different eyeshadow palette, but I really tried my best. I did the brows off camera, and look at how beautiful they are. Every time I do brows, I always customize them according to my client's face. So if your face has brows that are upturned, I try to do that. And now I'm just going in with my beauty blender again, and take note, it's still the same beauty blender. And I'm just setting in the powder that we used to bake, because sometimes dusting it off using your brush can cause ashiness or can cause lifting. So sometimes if your concealer, or let's say your powder under the eye, is lifting, try using a damp beauty blender. That way it's not gonna lift. I went in with my favorite lashes in the whole world, the Wink Beauty lashes. I think I'm so addicted to these lashes, and I applied them on her eyes. So beautiful. You guys are gonna see how amazing they look on her eyes. And guys, I was just so happy that this glam came out the way it did, and I felt like it really complemented the hair as well, even her facial features, which is really important. Look at that, those lashes. And then for the lip, I think I used 3 lipsticks just to get this beautiful combo. I did start with a burgundy just to overline her lips. She did change into this beautiful gown, which I felt looked amazing on her. She was graduating, but she ended up looking like a bride, which is really exciting. I think we had so much fun in the studio on this day. You guys can see how I'm lining up her lips using a brush, because I really want this lip to be precise. I then went in with another Fenty Beauty lipstick, which came out really bright and vibrant, but I wanted to go brighter because this lipstick in question, does get darker when it dries up, so I had to go in with my MAC on top just to make sure that it doesn't darken up. We did apply some blush, which gave her cheeks a beautiful, nice structure. And then we went in and blended those lips. I do not blend my lips immediately because I really want them to dry up a little bit, just so that they do not smudge. I love this lip combo because this lip combo does not move. I have applied it on most of my clients, and they have complimented and said my lipstick stayed all day long. And you know, the thing about red lipsticks, they need to stay long. This was the final look, guys. I cannot wait for you guys to experience